Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello there. Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Morning. Is Johannes already in the call?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So now I see you, yeah.
Shall we wait another minute or can we kick it off?
Maybe one or two, yes. At the moment, we are 50 people of approximately 80 invited people.
And I hope I see everyone trying to get in, that I also admit the incoming participants.
We all can admit, so we'll assist you.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
If you see some colleagues knocking on the door, then let them in. And I can also see that the recording has already started. So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 60 people.
Yeah, but I think we can start now. It's already quite a huge group, and I also received some absence notifications and rejections. So I think we're fine.
Yeah, okay. I think we could start now. Johannes?
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Good morning or good afternoon if we also have Asian colleagues. A warm welcome also from my side. For the people who don't know me, I'm responsible for marketing, business development, strategy, and many other topics on the 2D side of the TKH Vision Group. And my team, Martin, Natalie and Roland are mainly, together with a few colleagues also from LMI, the main organizers of the trade show. And I'm very happy to welcome you here today for the trade fair training for the Vision Stuttgart exhibition. So I'm actually thrilled to have you all here today. It's a very big group, and I'm also immensely proud of what we have achieved together regarding the presentation, regarding the organization of the trade show. And we are on the verge of one of the most significant presentation in our company's history. It's even a very short history, but I think it's getting a very big one in the future, and hopefully also a very long one. TKH Vision is really spreading the word. So we are targeting the world's leading trade fair for machine vision technology. And this year we are also making a very bold statement. So we have the largest stand at the largest show in our industry. That means this is not only a huge investment, but also a clear commitment to how important this appearance is for us. It's our chance to put the TKH Vision or the TKH Group and all its innovations and solutions in the spotlight. But this year we are taking things even further than 2 years before, where we already had roughly the same approach. So we are not just showcasing products, we are presenting live demos with real solutions. We are demonstrating how within the group we work together to develop joint applications and how we leverage topics like artificial intelligence and software to bring our customers' vision to life. And this appearance this year is a showcase of what we can achieve as a team, as a group, as TKH Vision, and how we are leading in the future, hopefully, the industry with our innovative solutions. At this point, I also want to really shout out a very special thank you to the amazing organization team. I already highlighted the main organizers, but there are many more people in the organization team, from LMI, from marketing, from also managing directors partly participating here. We have the business development team that takes care especially on the verticals. We have many other people helping with demos and so on. So without your dedication, without your passion, and also the attention to detail, none of this would be possible. And you've done so far already an incredible job, and I'm sure you will do this until the show, over the show, and maybe also partly after the show, and make this trade fair appearance a very big success for all of us. A huge thank you for all your hard work. And I think we will not ask for applause, but I hope you will get one at the Vision Show itself. So let's use this moment to also shine as a group, impress our customers, show what TKH 2D Vision truly stands for: innovation, collaboration, excellence, all those topics. And I'm really excited for the days ahead, beginning of October. And I'm very confident that together we will achieve great things. And today's training is there to really help you to understand what has changed to the approach 2 years ago, to also show our new colleagues what we will do at the Vision Show. I think we have many new colleagues on both sides, 2D and 3D. And we also want to give you the opportunity to get a tour over the booth, to learn about details from product management. Tomorrow you will also get a detailed overview on the demos, a pitch from every demo. And for sure, you will also get all those details afterwards sent as a presentation to let you the opportunity to prepare yourself intensively just ahead the show, and also have a personal, private, successful show at the beginning of October. So please help us to make this a success, and enjoy the big trainings the next 2 days.
Okay, thank you, Johannes. Now I will take over for the organizational stuff about the show. And yes, we are the largest booth on the show. We have 240 square meters, and the next booth is DALSA with 200 square meters. So we are bigger than DALSA. And yeah, what do we have? We have the Vision Show in Hall 8 and 10 in Stuttgart. And we have the parallel events with the MOTEC We have a smaller conference about fuel cells. We have a conference about quantum efficiency, quantum effects, and we have also a new show about maintenance in commercial housing and plants. But I think we are in hall 8 and 10, and main entrance for this show is the entrance west. So we have someone has his microphone on. Please switch it off. And so in hall 10 we have the TKH Vision booth with 240 square meter, and this time still with an extra booth, the colleagues from Euresys. So entrance is here marked here from the right hand side to the hall. And as an information, what we have in hall 8, there are some other companies like Basler and Dalsa. The show tried to split the large companies in a quite similar way to this both halls. What we also have in hall 8 is the Vision Days stage from the VDMA for the central presentations. What do we have on our booth? So here are first some impressions about the shape of the booth, about the color appearance. So yes, and what you see here in front is a new thing what we have this year. The first time we will have our own speakers corner on the booth, where we will have some really nice presentations. Natalie will tell you something more later on. Please don't take care about the headline because that was the visualization was done before we had the final headline on the show. Yes, and also some really nice eye-catcher demos, like the remote controlled forklift from the partner Enable, equipped with Allied cameras. And yeah, that's the shape of the booth. On the right hand side we have the entrances from the hall, first beginning with the speakers corner. And this time, as you remember, the last years we had each own company had his own tables and his own space. This time we changed to an approach with the markets and segments. So we sorted that what we want to provide, not by the companies, we sorted it by the segments. E.g., we are starting with logistics and robotics. The next segment what we have is food and beverage. And the third segment is semicon and electronics. And the last but not least segment is sports and entertainment. On the sports and entertainment segment, we have also a really nice, eye-catching. Yeah, it's not a demo. It's a challenge for the visitors to putting with the golf challenge, this ball and the holes, and to have some fun with putting. And we have some special segments. We have the TKH Vision solutions with an application sample what we did the last years together within the group, and really challenging application. And there we are showcasing what we can do together as a group and showing the customers the advantages of a group and not only of the single companies. And also what we have here is the TKH artificial intelligence demos, where we have integrated TKH AI solutions into the demos of the single companies. Yeah, that's the segments with the demos and the company. And what we also have on the booth, yeah, meeting rooms, 2 meeting rooms, small ones for approximately 4 people directly on the booth, and a larger room at the entrance of the hall 10 for up 12 to 14 people. We have a reservation list, and so if you need a meeting room for you and your customers, please let the Vision Show team know. We will check what is available and do the reservation for you. Yes, also quite important, infrastructure. We have a small office on the booth. This is intended for storaging only the laptop bags, no regular luggage. We have a kitchen for the catering, and we have outside in the loading bay at gate 11. Here is the TKH Vision booth, and here is the loading bay. At gate 11, we have an office container where we can store materials where we don't have the space on the booth. The key for the office container will be in the office on the booth itself. And yeah, communication. Natalie, now it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, actually, that combines the communication with the booth design. So the booth design really reflects very well our different levels of communication. So our communication approach, above all, and the most visible is the TKH Vision level and message. And then the next level is the segments, the focus segments Martin has already shown, and typical applications for machine vision users. And then the next level is for sure the brands, a member brand of TKH Vision. Could you please go on, Martin? Sorry. Yeah, so that's the TKH Vision level, the message, and the new or the actual slogan, United Power for Your Vision Solution. And the main message is that TKH Vision is really focusing on the customer and is providing customer oriented vision-based 2D and 3D components and solutions. It's not a new story. We just continue the story we've already started some years ago. So we still have the same key visual, and what is new that all the OpCo logos don't have their own tagline anymore, but we have this general tagline TKH Vision brand. But as we are now here together or shown together with TKH Vision, we will use the brand logos without the tagline. And for the first time, we will also have two new logos on our booth. That is the TKH Vision Solutions logo and the TKH Artificial Intelligence logo on the demo desks in the area Martin has already shown. Then the next level are the segments, and the segments, as you've already seen, is logistics and robotics, food and beverage, semicon and electronics, sports and entertainment. And these also correspond very well with the main industries the visitors work in. The visitors typically machine vision vision show visitors. And we visualize these segments by using typical application images. And we've also created icons for each segment, which are used on different spots on the booth. And then the next, okay, we've already seen that, the repetition of the areas for the segments. Next level is the applications. So we want to highlight also the type of applications we have, and they are very visible on the segment banner and the demo on the demo desk, where we have really a detailed explanation, a description about what's the demo about and what application task is shown there, and so on, and a description of which company and which component is involved and integrated into this demo. Yeah, there you can see the repetition of the demos for the segments, but you will learn more about this in detail tomorrow within the segment presentations. And the next level, here are some demo desk examples, how they would look like. But I think you will see more tomorrow. And then we have our TKH Vision brands, and they are also still very present on our booth, on the banner, on the graphic panel for the demos, where the OpCos are involved, on the speaker corner, and so they are still also quite visible on the booth.
So yeah, that's the first thing about the communication. And now some more practical, but quite important things. So service and catering. So we have some meeting areas where you can sit together with your visitors and your customers. We have some high tables with chairs here at the demo segments, and we have the catering area also with the high tables, and as well with a really nice large bar. And what do we have? Yes, we have a barista on the booth. Yeah, the same than 2 years ago. On the image that you see that the son of him, he will be on our booth. What do we have for food and drinks? We will have mineral water with and without gas. We will have Coke, orange juice and apple juice. And yes, for the evening beer, we will also have some beer, but it's the evening beer. And for as food, we will have sandwiches, open sandwiches, and finger food with and without meat, some with fish, for, something for everyone. And we will also have 3 people from as a service team who will help us to provide the catering to you and your customers. Yes, and even also important, we will have some rules what you really should take care about it. So one important thing, we do not have enough space for luggage on the booth. If you are arriving or leaving on a show day, please store your luggage in the office container in the loading bay. Only small laptop bags in the office are allowed. And also what we have also to take care about, that the meeting spaces is intended for meetings with customers. If you want to have a small talk with, or if you have to do a small talk with colleagues, it's you should take the chance to go to the tables the Vision Show is providing somewhere around the halls, and if possible, not directly on the booth. Also, keep the tables clean. This is something what really everyone should take care about it, and it's not only the service staff to keep the tables clean. It's also our own task to keep the booth clean. Yeah, and eating on the booth, yeah, if possible, only with the customers. And please be addressable for visitors and customers. Please, no mobiles on the booth. If you have to do an important call, please leave the booth. Yeah, next. Yeah. The next point what I have to address are the events. We have prepared some events during the show. The most important event is we have this year also our Oktoberfest in the Schwabengarten on Wednesday evening. Yeah, with a total space of for approximately 150 people. Time will be from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. The spaces are shared for the single companies. For the guest registration, please contact the Vision team with the name, the company name, and the email from your guests you want to invite to the Biergarten event. Yes, we need that due to the tax regulations. There will be from 5:15 to 5:45 shuttle services from the bus stop at the entrance west to the venue, and starting at 8:30, there will be shuttle services back to the show and the main hotels. If there's another hotel, yes, please close to this stops, please ask. We will check that. And yes, the thing is, please invite your important customers and partners to the show, and let the Vision team know the names of the guests, that we can put it to the guest list, because the spaces are limited. Also on what we have also on Tuesday, there is the exhibitor evening organized by the Messe Stuttgart. It's on Tuesday, 8th of October, starting at 6 p.m. It's in Hall 8, directly on the Messe Stuttgart. And yeah, it's for all exhibitor staff of TKH Vision. We have some 60 tickets in total booked at the moment. For the ticket codes, please ask the Vision Show teams. You have to register yourself at the homepage of the Messe Stuttgart. And also some other events we have. On Monday, the TKH Vision team dinner for the people who are already there on Monday. We have approximately 30 spaces reserved, and it's in the Park Hotel in Echterdingen. Also on Monday evening, the EMVA Vision Night will take part in the Brauhaus at the Park Hotel Echterdingen. The target audience for this event are the CEOs and management level, and everyone has to book to register himself. Also for management level and CEOs, there is on Wednesday the CEO breakfast in the Messe Stuttgart. From who is the organizer? Don't remember the name, but yeah,
Isn't it from the InVision?
Yes, I think. Yeah, and also there are some special shows and presentation on the booth. Or events. There is the Industrial Vision Days in Hall 8, organized by the VDMA Machine Vision section, and there we have two presentations from TKH on Tuesday and one presentation on Wednesday from the TKH group. Also organized by Ronald Müller, there are guided tours on each day. We are part of this tour for the logistics segment, and at Tuesday and at Thursday we are part of the electronics and semiconductor tours, and there they offer for the guests taking part at the tour a breakfast, some introduction, and then the tours through the different booths. And yeah, we should be really take care about them for a good presentation on this guided tours. Oh yeah, and on new thing on our own booth is the speakers corners. Natalie, could you take over again?
Yeah, sure. We will have the speaker corner on the most important or most frequented side of the booth, and we put together quite a interesting and huge program with different speeches. We will start every day with a kind of welcome to TKH Vision presentation. The idea is of having a kind of interview and not a pure presentation. Then we will see the program in detail afterwards, but I want to highlight here for especially the keynote speeches. So every day after our break, we have a keynote. The first keynote on Tuesday is from Anne Wendel from the VDMA Machine Vision about machine vision, about the machine vision market in general. Then on Wednesday, it's Dr. Kraus from Spectronet who will highlight the topic multispectral and hyperspectral imaging. And then on Thursday, we will have a trend interview, a trend presentation of Chris Yates from the EMBA. And maybe Martin, because as we are running out of time, just could you show the program? Because we can see the program. It's a mixture of segment presentations and product focused presentations from all companies from TKH Vision, and every day there are segment related presentations for all the segments, so it's really spread over the whole 3 days. And in the afternoon, we will also have a focus presentation about TKH Vision, for example, TKH Vision Solutions, TKH Vision Artificial Intelligence, and then Sebastian Günther will also do the presentation he already has done for the Industrial Vision Days in Hall 8.
Okay, the next thing what we have to address is the dress code we will have on the booth. We will we have organized white TKH Vision shirts from a quite suitable supplier, or they are from Olymp. And this will have an TKH Vision sticker on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side there will be the space for the name badges. And we will have the dress code that we will have black or dark trousers or skirts. No jeans are allowed, and we will have black and or dark shoes, and no sneakers are allowed. Yes, and the name badges will be provided on Tuesday in the morning at the show, and the shirts will be provided either on Monday in the major hotels, so that if you arrive on the hotel that you could pick up your shirts, and if not possible to pick it up on Monday in the hotel, we will have them in the office container on the Vision Show. Yeah.
Martin, we have to hurry up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, we have some giveaways on the show. We have a key finder to be used for all participants on the putting challenge. And if the guests are doing that, please ask for the business card. We have a pen and a folder for the to add the brochures to the customer, and please also ask in that case for the business card, because the pen is really quite valuable. And yes, what we have for everyone are glasses cleaner. Yeah, tickets. If your customers are asking for tickets, we have a general ticket code for our guests, and the people could get the final tickets at this link at the Vision Stuttgart. And yes, they have to enter the code process through the questions of the Messe Stuttgart for registration. Yeah, exhibitor tickets will be provided by the Vision teams for the single companies. They do include public transport, and you have to register also at the homepage of the Messe Stuttgart for the final exhibitor ticket. Communication, something, Natalie, you?
We've already provided some material to your marketing colleagues in the different OpCos. So we will invite to the show via social media, via banners on our website. And we have created a special landing page on the TKH Vision webpage where someone can get a free ticket with our ticket code and also contact TKH Vision. And we will yet now step by step add more information, for example, about the presentation program or about the keynote speeches about specific applications, so that from now on we can really tell a lot of things and draw the attention to our participation at the Vision Show. We will also have segment-specific landing pages where there's only information about segment-specific demos, presentations on the presentation corner, and there as well the user can get a free ticket with our code and contact sales. And shortly before the show, we will also have the complete Speakers Corner program as a download there. And after the show, these pages can still be used to receive our full presentations for the segments.
Yes, and for the accommodation, we have two major hotels. It's the Park Hotel in Echterdingen and the New Mesh in Stuttgart Vision, where most of us are have their rooms. A small number will have other hotels, but really 90% of the colleagues are in one of these two hotels. And even if the colleagues will get quite shortly the information where they are booked. Yeah, and that's it.
Are there any questions? For the organizational part. Otherwise, you can always send us an email if you have any questions. Yeah, please do not hesitate to contact us. We will be glad to help.
So Natalie, now it's time for the product part, I believe, right?
Right.
Or there was a question.
No, I have not seen
so
anything.
I would take over the screen, and I think I would jump right in. Good morning, everyone, from my side. I hope you can see my screen. So one thing we want to highlight on the product side is really our broad Gigi camera portfolio. And this is really a joint portfolio between Allied Vision and SVS Vistec. And here we see the major camera series, which we will also see in a lot of different demos among or around the show. So starting with LVM G1, this is really kind of our small Gigi Swiss Army knife. It's very small, it's new, and therefore we have new components in there for long availability, and it really has a very broad and comprehensive feature set. Our other Gigi offering is really the EXO camera. It is very easy to do customizations with this platform. It has some special I/O capabilities, an integrated strobe controller, and it also supports some special lensing like Micro Four Thirds lens, for example. And then going to higher bandwidths, because so what is really unique with us kind of in the market, that we really have an offering from 1 GigE up to 25 GigE, and offering the different speeds. So also in the Alvium series, we have the Alvium G1. This is really a sugar cube 5 GigE camera, also with power over Ethernet included. It also supports the lower speed modes like 1 GigE and 2.5 GigE. So if customers don't want to go to 5 GigE directly, or also want to save a little bit on power, they can use the lower speed modes. It offers the same feature set as the G1, so very comprehensive, very easy also to migrate from one to the other. And then moving on higher speed grades, there we have the offering mainly from SVS Vistec, which is the HR camera series with 10 GigE. There we have sensors included up to 80 megapixel. And there we also have one very new thing, which also will be shown at the Vision Show for the first time, which is a TAC option, which means there's a temperature stabilization. And this really makes sure that you have a very stable color reproduction. Usually you have a fluctuation if the temperature of the camera changes. Also the colors have slight changes, and for example for display inspection applications where color stability and color reproduction is key, this is a very important feature. This is first available in the HR series, but will also be available in the SHR series, which is the even larger 10 GigE series with larger sensors. There will have possibilities up to 245 megapixels, so a very large sensor. And also there, moving forward, we will have also a stabilized temperature stabilization option. Then what is also new on the FXO side, so the 10 GigE option has been available for quite a while. Now also the 25 GigE is available. And one new thing which we will hopefully show on the booth is also that we will come with Rocky V2 or RDMA support for really efficient transfers to the host system with minimal CPU load. Also on the FXO, we have this dedicated I/O concept from SVS Vistec with the integrated strobe controller. And it also not only offers visible sensors, but also sphere sensors. So this is kind of the overview of the GigE camera series. And then what makes the offering really unique is in terms of software, that we now have compatible SDKs which support the full GigE flexibility in one SDK. And so on the one side we have Vimba X and from Allied, and we have the SV Cam Kit from SVS, and both support the respective camera series of the other supplier. So you can use the SVS cameras in the future also with Vimba X, or the Alvium cameras, the GigE cameras with SV Cam Kit. And on the software side, we have quite a broad offering. So in terms of operating systems, you can use Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. A broad support on that side. On the API level, we have some new things coming up. On the Vimba X side, we are just about to release a .NET API. Python has been available for quite a while. C and C++ are standard. Of course, we also have comprehensive tools there, viewers, assistants, firmware updater, and so on. And on the Vimba X side, we have also been working on making connectors to different third-party software, which has been requested from a lot of customers. So to really make it available in a broader space and broader markets as well. So we have just released a bridge for the Euresys Open Vision software libraries to make it easy to work with the image processing software from Euresys. We have a ROS2 driver available, which is a robot operating system used in robotics applications. We have a GStreamer plugin to make it easy usable with GStreamer. And for the medical markets or microscopy markets, we offer a Micromanager plugin, which is a microscopy software. And all of this is available to be used with Allied and SVS Gigi cameras. And we are, of course, also working to further expand this compatibility towards other TKH Vision brands. So that's already on our roadmap. The first step we'll also see at the end of this year, and the second step then early next year. So that's in terms of the Gigi portfolio. And just before I finish, maybe one thing I want to highlight on the product side, which we see on the booth. So on the logistics space, we're also showcasing these Elvium FP3 and GM2 cameras. And this is what makes us, or something quite unique in the machine vision market, that we offer these embedded technologies, FPD-Link, GMSL2, in the machine vision space. And this is really a best fit for machine vision on embedded systems. It allows customers to use their existing implementations. They can use Vimba X with these cameras on embedded systems. And embedded systems offer very good connectivity for those cameras. On the bottom right, we see an example embedded system based on a NVIDIA Jetson system. And we see here the blue round dots we see. Those are 8 camera connectors, which are directly available on the embedded system. So it's very easy to set up multi-camera systems. And the main thing is really this with our GeniCam for CSI2, which we offer, it's very easy to migrate from existing machine vision implementations to embedded systems and CSI2. And yeah, those are already main points I wanted to highlight on the product side, and I would hand over to Jens.
Okay. I hope you can see my screen. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay, then welcome from my side as well. I'm happy to present you, or at least to some of you, the first time the Gold Eye Pro camera series, which is a high resolution SWIR camera series with latest technology. That's strange, okay. Good. And I will give you an overview here in my presentation about the Gold Eye Pro, but I will also touch here some insights about the Sony SenseSWIR sensors and especially the second generation, and then we will have a quick look at the applications for these cameras. So the Gold Eye Pro is initially supporting the second generation of IMX sensors, the IMX 992 and 993 with thermoelectric cooling. It has a faster interface than the predecessor version, which was the Gold Eye, which was not fast enough bandwidth-wise to support these sensors. That's one of the reasons why we built this new platform. So this one comes with 5 gigi, but can be slowed down to 1 gigi. And it has, as you can see on the right, the same form factor as our Gold Eye cameras, and the sensor is also stabilized to 20 degrees. It might be possible if you have a good thermal connection that you can operate it also at lower degrees, for example, 15 degrees. And as all our Gold Eye cameras, it has outstanding imaging quality, mainly driven by the advanced image correction features we have, like non-uniformity correction, comprehensive defect pixel correction, as well as background correction. The camera will have the same features or a similar feature set. There are a few more coming, but I don't give you all the details right now. For this camera in later release stages, but the feature set is more or less the same, as well as the I/O capabilities. So migration from existing installations with, for example, first generation Sony SWIR sensors is easily possible with the Gold Eye Pro. The camera also supports latest standards like Vision 2.2 or the standard feature naming convention 2.7. This provides a reliable operation and also ensures a good interoperability with latest or modern third-party software solutions, supporting also GennyCam in their architecture. And all GoldEye and GoldEye Pro cameras are of high quality. That's why we grant for them 3 years warranty, which is quite unique. Typically, competitors only provide 1 year and a few do 2 years. So this slide provides you the overview of the already scheduled models. So we start with the 5 and the 3 megapixel cameras, and these will be available or released in February. And we will also integrate the first generation 1.3 megapixel sensor, and this will be released with a feature update in April next year. And right after the Vision Show, the first GoldEye Pro models with the 5 megapixel sensor will be available for customer testing. Few words on the mechanics. So as you can see here, the GoldEye Pro has more or less the same mechanical dimensions like the previous GoldEye, so 55 by 55 and length of 78 millimeters in housing. The mounting holes are at the same positions. So, and as well as the 3-port adapter, which is on the bottom. And this also ensures that the replacement of GoldEye cameras by more modern GoldEye Pro cameras is easily possible. A few changes we have here versus the GoldEye. So the connectors are at different positions, as you can see here. The label is a little bit larger. The LED is at a different position, and the red part of the housing is a little bit lower than in the first generation. And we have a flattened bottom here. You can see some ripples. This we made flat because this is providing at the end a better heat dissipation when mounted to a solid metal part. And the ring, this is not visible here, is now blackened because we figured out that there might be some reflections caused by the standard mount we have here. Here it was not visible because the sensor is smaller, but for larger sensors you can get reflections, and that's why we blackened this one. So this is so there are some minor changes between these cameras, but in general they look the same. I/O control wise, we also did a few changes. So we replaced the analog output by an opto-coupled output, and in general we changed the TTL level from standard TTL to low voltage TTL, and the RS-232 port was replaced by a bidirectional low voltage TTL and a standard low voltage TTL output. And yeah, with this we have on the one hand more I/O capabilities and also the flexibility to provide later with firmware updates RS-232 or I2C communication if customer wants to have this. Quick overview on the Sony second generation sensors. So these sensors come with 3 and 5 megapixel and even smaller pixel sizes. The first generation had only 5 micrometer pixels. Both sensors are available with tech and without tech. And as you can see here, they are sensitive from 400 to 1700 nanometers. But the second generation has even higher quantum efficiencies. And we have integrated these sensors already into the Alvium cameras in Techless version and in the FXO as well. And for the tech version, we have already available the FXO, and the GoldEye Pro is, as I already mentioned, coming next year, beginning of next year. And yeah, one thing I would like to point out is that these sensors do not only have high resolution, they also have high bandwidth, high frame rates, and thereby high bandwidth. So idle interfaces for these cameras are either 5 GHz or CoaXPress 6 or even 10 GHz and CoaXPress 12, like we have it in the FXO. Then a few words on the imaging performance. So here you can see that the 5 micrometer pixel sizes already brings you some higher spatial resolution. Here, maybe the 5 lines pairs can be resolved, but here you can even see 9 line pairs. And this is improving with the even smaller pixel sizes of the 5 and 3 megapixel sensor. And yeah, the sensors are also larger, as you can see here. So you have a higher larger field of view, and therewith we can also speed up processes if you have these scanning applications. And yeah, we have at the end 2 times a higher resolution versus the first generation. Having a quick look at the cooling, so Gold-Eye Pro cameras comes with cooling, similar like the FXO with thermoelectric cooling. So if you operate the sensor in a tactless version, you typically have temperatures of 45, and you see some defective and non-uniform pixels, especially for long exposure times. The lower you get with the temperature, the better the imaging performance gets. So cooling has definitely a big benefit on the imaging performance. But if you have shorter exposure times, then this impact becomes less and more and more less. So even at 45 degrees, the image looks quite homogeneous. But for longer exposure times, defect pixel correction and especially in non-uniformity correction is helpful, as you can see here. So without any corrections, you see some defect pixels and non-uniform pixels, but with DPC and Nuke, you get really a nice looking image. So in general, it can be said that the Sony sensors have a natively high uniformity with low number of defect pixels. So that's why you can use the tactless sensors also in very compact housings like the Alvium cameras, but also FXO and EXO camera series. But if you would like to have reproducible imaging results and require longer exposure times, then Gold-Eye Pro, and the FXO with tech shall be selected. And now finally the application. So as these sensors have very high resolutions and also relatively small pixels, they are ideally suited, and we see this already by the customers who ask for this. It's definitely very well suitable for semiconductor inspections, but due to the high frame rates and the high resolutions, it's also possible to use these sensors in spectral imaging applications. For multispectral imaging applications, for example, people like to put on filters on different pixels or micro lenses, and this with a higher resolution, this provides then also resulting high resolutions for the snapshot imaging, and this then can be used in many interesting applications like precision farming, so agriculture or recycling, or even medical imaging for cancer detection. And another important field is, of course, laser beam profiling and wavefront sensing. The sensors are, again, larger, so you can inspect also larger lasers, but we also offer these sensors at a tactless version, and you can see here with as an RCG version, and with removed cover glass, the image looks much better because you don't have these image artifacts caused by the current light of the lasers. So overall, this provides us a great portfolio for SWIR imaging with latest sensor technology, and I'm very excited of having this new Gold-Eye Pro camera series also in a portfolio, which over time will also be extended by additional sensors and also additional interfaces. So that's it in a short time frame.
Great. So then,
thank you.
Thank you, Jens. So I will show you my presentation that I also want to show in the speaker's corner, just as a shortened version today. So my topic will be innovations in high resolution and high speed. So both of these topics that are, I would say, the specialty of the SVS WizTech. And I'm really excited about what's being currently cooked in the engineering labs. And I structured these innovations in 2 sections, because you can look at resolution in two ways, of course. On one side, the spatial resolution, meaning on a plane, the X and Y, the pixel resolution, and on the other hand, the resolution in the temporal space, meaning the frames per second that you can achieve with a camera. So we start with the spatial resolution innovations with our upcoming SHR 811 using the latest sensor from Sony, which brings a big step again upwards in the maximum possible resolution. So it's a 62% increase in pixel density at twice the frame rate. So that is really outstanding. And we just got recently the engineering samples of the sensors, and the engineering team is working hard to get a live image out of that so that we will be able to show on the Vision the working demo at the booth for Semicon and Electronics, where we will show some flat panel display inspection use case. So in general, I'm from the display market originally. I know that the resolution of displays is also continuously increasing, and of course then it's also necessary that the camera resolution will also be evolving at the same rate. So for inspecting, for example, 8K displays, this 245 million pixels of this camera will be a very good solution. Good. Our next innovation, I think John and Jens mentioned this already in their slides briefly, is the tech-cooled high-resolution camera that we have been working on, which has the goal to stabilize the sensor temperature of delta T of around 15 degrees. And the goal here is basically that the customer can calibrate the camera at a predefined temperature and can make sure that over the course of a day, even if ambient temperature will go up and down over the course of time, the sensor temperature will always be the same, which is important because, as studies have shown, different colors behave differently in terms of the sensitivity on the sensor side. So that means if you want to have a fully reliable color output from your camera, you need to stabilize the sensor temperature, because otherwise, as you can see in this chart here, the reds and greens especially will drift apart. So on the Vision, we will have a dummy that you can look at, because I think on this camera, especially the housing concept with this now, I would call it active ventilation, that is additional to the Peltier element that will basically get the temperature from the sensor to the rear part of the camera, where it's then being dissipating by a ventilation system. So there's customers who are interested can look at it and see, and I think having it in your hand and seeing it for real is quite impressive. So that's for the HR series with 61 megapixels, but we are also working on the bigger version of that with the 151 megapixels, where engineering samples are expected in November. So we cannot show that on the Vision, but we can at least highlight that there's also an additional version with higher resolution coming, if that's more fitting to the customer's need. Right, and going further with increases in resolution, I also wanted to highlight that also on the sphere cameras, the resolution has been increased. So Jens has also shown that in his presentation. So just to also visualize, so now basically with the second generation of sphere sensors from Sony, we have 4 times of the resolution that can be utilized to either inspect more at the same time or have even more details in the inspection. So this camera is already available, and it will be also shown in a demo case on the semicon and electronics part of the Vision booth. I'm sure that Yvon will also show more details tomorrow in his presentation. So looking forward to that. Yeah, and another increase in resolution, which goes in only one direction, the horizontal direction, is the upcoming EXO and FXO 901 cameras. So basically here the sensor is ultra wide, so 2000 by 8000 pixel. And the idea here is that whenever you had to use multiple cameras to cover the area that you need to scan for your application, can be replaced by one camera that has the same kind of area covering. So it will lower your system cost and also simplify the processing of the machine vision system.
Okay. Thank you. Tobias, are you finished?
No, not yet.
Because so even we should hurry up a little bit.
Okay, I can speed up the rest of the presentation, no problem. So for the temporal part, just maybe 1 or 2 minutes. For the FXO, we've also seen that in John's presentation, that we have now cameras up to 24.5 megapixels at a very high frame rate, and the team is working on the RDMA, Rocky V2 support, so that this system becomes even more efficient. We also have the FXO with 2 lanes of QuarkXpress 12, which also provides more speed at the same resolution. Will be also possible to be seen on the Vision booth as a demo. And talking about real high speed cameras, the EOSense 9.5 combines a very large pixel of 6.5 microns with very high speed at the maximum resolution, more than 500 frames. And if you lower the ROI, you can even achieve 225,000 frames per second, which will be certainly useful for applications in motion analysis, laser triangulation, and line profiling. And lastly, also in the works is our recording camera, which provides 64 gigabytes of storage, modular, which means you can even add more slices of 64 gigabytes on top of that if you need more storage. And more details are coming soon. Looking forward to present that. And here just an overview for you then, all the cameras I've shown, when they are available, which are the areas of application, and where they can be seen live on the Vision Show. All right, then that was my part. So thank you very much for your attention. Handing over to the
Thank
next.
you, Tobias. I will take over. Okay. Good. Hopefully you can see my screen. So today I will present to you our latest or our new camera in the OpCo Evo family. It's the OpCo Evo 16K line scan camera. And yeah, it's the new camera in our Evo family with 5 micrometer pixel size, 16K sensor. So the sensor length in total is 82 millimeters. So we have a co-express interface. So it's a 4 times co-express 12 with different interface positions. So we have a Z direction and the Y direction. And in color, we have a line rate of 73 kilohertz. Yeah, this is the data sheet. So the pixel size is 5 times 5 micrometers. We have a line rate in mono up to 200 kilohertz. In RGB, we have 73 kilohertz. We have data formats 8-bit, 10-bit, and 12 bits. So it's a co-express. We have a lot of trigger features, 4 times co-express 12, and also, yeah, some power over co-express is available, and lens mount adapter is M25. So what is special and also unique on this camera? So it's a 16K camera. You can choose between RGB, so three lines RGB, or 4 lines, so RGB plus mono, so you can read out all these lines in one acquisition, in one frame. And what's really special and also USP on this camera is this on the right side I showed you. We have a shifted mono lines, so we have 4 mono lines which are shifted by 1.5 or 1.25 pixel to each other. So we can calculate a high resolution 32K image out of this camera. So the customer is really flexible, so they can choose between 16K mono or RGB or 32 kilohertz, 32K resolution. Yeah, here I want to show you the spectral sensor sensitivity of the camera, of the sensor. Yeah, to speed up what are the applications and markets. So it's mostly for high-speed web inspection, foil inspection, wafer inspection. So we will also show a demo on the show. PCB inspection, battery foil inspection, print inspection. So all for high resolution and really high speed acquisitions. This camera is really nice. So this is also an advantage of this all-pixel Evo 16K, the new sensor, high sensitivity, RGB plus mono. Then we have this shifted mono lines, so for special applications. We have the flexible interface in X and Y, Y and Z direction. We have the power over co-express capability. We have the trigger over co-express. We have high line rates for mono and color, and it's really flexible with different frame grabbers. Yeah, one advantage of this camera, and we have improved a lot on this area, is the usability. So we have intuitive camera operation software where you can configure the camera, calibrate the camera, do all this stuff, analyze the images, histogram, line plot, everything is available. We have online documentation for the camera and the software, so with online videos, tutorials, step-by-step introductions, so how to calibrate the camera, how to work with the camera. And we also have a line scan vision platform, so it's a scalable platform. So if the customer needs 1 camera or 6 cameras, so we have this platform where you can design the camera into compact housing with camera and lights. And what's also, especially for high resolution, is really, for the customer, it's really hard to set up the camera, to align the camera, because if you have a resolution of optical resolution of 5 micrometer, 8 micrometer, it's really hard to align the line scan camera because you only have 1 line. We have this alignment adapter where you can mount the camera on it. You place a ruler under the camera, and then you have a cockpit in our GCD tool. And in this cockpit, you can see where it's the alignment of the camera. You can we have some screws on the adapter, and then you can adjust the position of the camera and of the line. So it's easy to use and improve the usability of the camera and reduce the setup time of the system. And we also have for the cameras, so the camera configurator, an online configurator, where you can set up the camera optical lens combination, what kind of adapters you need, what camera is available, what speed is available. So all this stuff is for the usability of the All-Pixar Evo and All-Pixar Neo cameras in our portfolio. And yeah, that's it from my side. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Robin. So we have to hurry up a little bit and take care also about the time that everyone can take the chance to present his own new products. So next one is Arno. Are you ready?
No, it's me. It's Jens. Arno
Okay.
is busy today, so I'll give my very best to hurry up. So I'll shorten it all to the necessary information for you. Let me share my presentation. I'm Jens from NET. I'm a greenhorn. I just started beginning of the year. And I'll present you our latest inventions, the IM camera, which is an edge device with a very modern interface, a very modern ARM development chip. And I'll start the presentation with a movie. We are NET, unique solutions. That means we are creating unique solutions for the customer. Every camera is a very individual adaptation to customer use. Let me begin with the camera. We can mount different objectives to the optics to the camera with a C mount. We have telecentrical, endocentrical objectives. We can change them whatever customer needs for his solution. As we have an edge device here, we create a lot of heat inside the camera. We do all the calculations inside, so the heat will be dissipated by cooling lamps on the outside of the camera. Passive cooling is the key in this innovation. So we do need any fans or something, which is important for some of customers in the medical environment. It's nearly impossible to overheat the IM camera as it's very well dissipated by the cooling rims. So let's have a look inside. Here we got the edge device. We have an ARM processor who does all the calculations in combination with an FPGA processor. This means the whole artificial intelligence is done inside the camera. This development is key for artificial intelligence use for our customers. We don't need any space in the electrical cabinet for a PC. It's all done inside the IM camera. So we have a lot of sensors inside whatever customer needs. We have very, very fast VGA sensors, but we have also high resolution sensors inside. We can do line scan, we can do matrix, we can also do NIR, shortwave, infrared, whatever customer is in need for. Multi-sensor also possible for 3D solutions. We have several bus systems on a carrier board, also necessary what a customer needs. And we are IP67 proof, so waterproof, dust proof, everything can be integrated in the IM. So let's find out what our new customers will need on the trade fair. Here just on a highlight, fast to high resolution matrix sensors, CPU, FPGA processor, power image processing, artificial intelligence, open camera concept, whatever our customer needs, we can fulfill the mission. And with a fanless design, we are IP67 proof. Well, I hope that this will give you a short introduction of the NET camera system, and I hope that it could help you catch up some time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for this quite compact but still nice presentation. Christian, could you take over?
Sure, of course. Well, just let me see. Share my screen. So you should see my screen now.
Yes.
Okay, let me see how that goes into the presentation mode. So yeah, a very quick overview about the LMI technologies and what we're doing on the Vision Show in Stuttgart. You all know our company, so we're located in Vancouver in Canada. All our products are built in Vancouver. So I'm Christian Benderoth. I'm the managing director for LMI technologies in Germany and taking care about the sales all over Europe. So, and that's the wrong presentation, guys. That was a long version, so this is a short version that we are created for the show. Yeah, so all we're doing is about 3D technology. So we are very focused on the 3D technology, and we use these sensors for the automation, for quality control and optimization. Our core strengths in the terms of smart 3D sensors is we create solutions. Our sensors come with an embedded software, so it's more like just a component as a 3D hardware sensor. It's already a part of the solution as the software is on board, and these devices are designed for high precision speed, 2D and 3D inline inspection, even in very rough environments. So we're using our sensors also in sawmills. They all come with an IP67 housing, as mentioned also the guys before. So they are very robust. We offer a very wide range of solutions. So we have different technologies, which I'm going to present now. It's about laser line profiling, it's structured light, and it's a line confocal. These sensors come in a very wide range, so with very small field of view from about 14 millimeter up to 2 meter field of view. Speed is up to 10 kilohertz. When we narrow down the field of view with a laser line profiler, we can go even to 18 to 20 kilohertz, so they are quite fast. We have robot interfaces, so we are, of course, one hand, we are a partner of the Universal Robot Plus program, where we have a plug-in that our sensors, either line sensors, also structured light, work with Universal Robots plug and play. We also have interfaces into all other major brands like KUKA, ABB, Yaskawa, Fanuc, or whatever they are. One of the highlights is definitely that the integration of our sensors with the standard interfaces is very easy, and we offer a seamless communication with the factory equipment on the floor. So as mentioned, so GoCater is a smart sensor. The software is embedded. One of the new features and the new stuff we are showing. So we are not showing any new sensor on the show, but we have the design or the strategy of the Go Pixel software, which is our new platform in order to run, scan, measure, control with the sensors all on a single device, and it supports 2D and 3D, what we will see later on. All our sensors are factory calibrated, so there is no external lighting that needs to be calibrated into a sensor or into the solution. They are all calibrated and no calibration required. We have a pretty wide range of sensors, as mentioned before, laser line, which is all these ones in the yellow boxes. So they come or start with standard sensors, the G2100. Then we have the G2500, which is more the high resolution and a high-speed camera, which goes up to, mentioned before, up to 18 kilohertz. Then we have the G2600, is the high resolution sensors, which come with a 4K resolution line. And we have the G5000, which are our confocal, the G3000, which is our snapshot sensor. The older ones are just the single points or called displacement sensors, which are the G1000. Last but not least, we have a product range, what is called the G200, which is very dedicated to a specific industry in the wood industry. Mentioned before, so what is the highlight is the Go Pixel. So Go Pixel is our new modern platform for the usability of 2D and 3D measurement capabilities and cameras. So this is a very modern web-based user interface, so you can have access to that software just by entering the IP address into any browser. Doesn't matter which browser you're using. It has a very powerful multi-sensor networking capability. So if you want to combine different sensors in a complete or into a point cloud, and connect also the coordinate field, that is all prepared in the software, and it comes with more than 160 built-in measurement tools that you can use, and there are different types of alignment, filtering, blob tools. So it's a very complicated, a very complete set of tools that you can use in the 2D and 3D space. And mentioned before, it can enable you to scan, so to connect the GoCater with any browser. You can do all the measurements, you can take all the information and the data, you can start working with them, you can use these 160 built-in tools, and you also can do a full control of a sensor. You can build your own HMI with the HMI builder. There is direct connection or direct interfaces into any PLC for a direct control. What are we showing now on the booth at the Vision Show in Stuttgart? So we are showing our laser triangulation sensor. That's a GoCater 2000 family. I'm pretty sure you know the principle. You have a laser and you have a camera, and there is an angle between. It's calibrated, and we see our GoCater 2530 on that demo here in the small yellow box. So it's a battery scanning demo. And the 2530 is one of our high-speed sensors, which has a minimum 10 kilohertz and a precision of 8 microns in X. It has a wide field of about 100 millimeter with a measurement range of about 80 millimeter. These sensors are used in a very bright or wide field in the industrial space on the quality control. 100% inline inspection. It can be any part. It can be food inspection. It can be battery inspection. Next sensor is the GoCater 3000. So that's our snapshot sensor. So here we don't need, or there's no need for the movement in order to take a 3D point cloud. And we offer these sensors in 3 various fields. So they come with small field, like a 40 by 50 millimeter, up to the larger field, which is a 3520 we are showing here. And the resolution is in the range of 4.6 micrometer repeatability. The field of view is about or up to 280 by 175 millimeter at a clearance distance of about 200 millimeter. So we can reach up to 7 Hertz scanning speed with full data acquisition and calculation. And the sensor also comes in an industrial design with an IP67 housing. So this is how the sensor is used also here on a universal robot, connected also with 2D features on the show. We are using these sensors also for static measurements, for small field measurements, inline inspection of controller boards, of PCBs, of different other things. And we have special applications like here, like on a combustion engine, where we scan the volume gouging on the combustion. But also, as used with a UR, we have other applications like gap and flush, which is shown here in the automotive space. Last but not least, we also show the GoCater confocal sensor. So the confocal technology is a technology we acquired with a company FocalSpec in 2019. And this is a very special technology, as it's not a triangulation based, it's a real confocal. Or a chromatic confocal, and it has a very special possibility to scan on transparent material, on glass, on high glossy materials. So these sensors can really do measurements on surfaces that have never been able to scan with a standard line profiler or with a snapshot sensor. And also, this demo is built into in our battery scanning demo, where we scan very, very thin lines or fine defects on the top surface of a battery. We are using the model 5516. We have 3 different models of the GoCater line chromatic confocal, and they come with a field of view between 4 and 16 millimeter. And these sensors can generate a 3D tomography, a topography, and a 2D intensity data. It means also if we have like several surfaces of transparent material, we can scan each of these surfaces and evaluate. As shown here on a 3D topography data for a glass surface of a mobile phone, for example. So we have this curved phone glass, and we can scan each layer of the glass.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Christian,
Yeah.
are you how far are you? Because we have to look for the time.
I'm good. So that's just one more application, as we see all the layers. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Jean-Marie, are you ready?
Hello, yes, I'm ready. So let me share my screen. Okay, so good morning, everybody. So this is the presentation of the Euresys product that will be used on the TKH booth, involving several demos, let's say. We have, as you know, different product line. We have frame grabbers, but we also have vision software libraries. So I will start with the frame grabbers. So the first one is the Quaxlink Quad CXP12 frame grabber. It features 4 CXP12 input for a total camera bandwidth of 5 GB per second. So this frame grabber will be used for the sport and entertainment demo in collaboration with SVSB Stack, but also with the electronic and semicon demo with Chroma Sense. This board uses a PCI Express Gen 3 8-lane bus for sustainable bandwidth of 6.7 gigabytes per second, though it's more than sufficient. It is also equipped with 20 digital I/O lights. We have 10 on the connector on the bracket, and we have an additional 10 here on the frame grabber. We have full control over the camera, so this frame grabber supports, depending on the firmware variant, we can connect one camera with 4 CXP12 connector, or 2 cameras with 2 CXP12 connector, or 4 cameras with 1 CXP12 connector. The camera can be either area scan or land scan. We have, of course, the frame grabber send triggers to the cameras, but can also control the duration of the exposure. A very nice feature of this frame grabber is the support of Memento and custom logic. So Memento is our event logging tool. So Memento reports all the event related to the camera operation, the frame grabber, and its eGrabber driver. It is also possible for the customer, for the users to directly send information, so traces, into Memento. Memento can run in the background in kind of silence mode. In this case, it's used very low CPU usage. You can hardly notice it. But we also provide a graphical user interface, which looks like this. So here we have all the traces that have been produced. All of them are timestamp. We have an accuracy of 1 microsecond. Something also very interesting is the logic analyzer plot, where we have a visual representation of the signals, such as the triggering, the camera readout, the DMA transfer, also the management of the memory buffers. So all is integrated in this Memento. Memento can be very useful for the setup of the system, for the debugging, of course, of the system, because it reports errors, and also for the profiling, so the usage of the application. It supports our Quaxlink frame grabber as well as our grabbing frame grabber. So another very interesting feature of this Quaxlink Quad CXP12 frame grabber is custom logic. Custom logic is a framework which allows our customer to integrate, to implement their own algorithm directly inside the FPGA of our boards. So this can be very useful, of course, to pre-process the image before the transfer to the PC memory. This feature is absolutely free. So compared to some of our competitors will have, let's say, visual outlets, this custom logic is absolutely free. There is no license related to the usage of custom logic. Another frame grabber is the Quartz-Link Quartz CXP12 value. It will be used in the electronic and semicon demo developed in collaboration with SV Stack. This frame grabber has exactly the same feature as the Quartz-Link Quartz CXP12, except that it does not support custom logic. The FPGA is a bit smaller, we have less resources, so in this case custom logic is not available. So remember that both cards feature 20 digital I/O lines available here and here, but we have an additional I/O connector, which is this one. It's called the extension I/O, to which you can connect this module, and this module will add 20 TTL input lines or output lines, or 10 RS422 lines. So you can combine them differently. For instance, you can specify that you only want 16 TTL inputs, and then you have 2 RS422 connection. So it's up to you to configure the system. It's pretty flexible, actually. The TTL-I lines have a frequency up to 1 MHz, and the RS422 has a frequency up to 10 MHz. There is also another connector. Maybe you have noticed this blue connector. This blue connector is called the C2C-Link connector. C2C-Link allows to synchronize several cameras that are connected to the frame grabbers, or using the C2C-Link connector, you can connect using flat cables several boards together in the same PC, and then you can connect all, and you can synchronize all the cameras that are connected to this frame grabber in the same PC. It is also possible, thanks to C2C-Link, to synchronize cameras that are connected to different frame grabber into different PCs. And in this case, you use this device, which is called an inter-PC C2C-Link adapter. In this case, everybody will be synchronized. So this is it for the frame grabber. We are also involved in the demonstration for logistic, the Amazon case developed by Allied Vision with OpCo. So OpCo is our set of image processing libraries that are dedicated to the development of application in the machine vision industry for 2D, for 3D, and for deep learning based applications. The word open in OpCo means that we are open to any image acquisition technology. So it doesn't matter whether the image has been acquired by a GigaVision camera, by a USB 3 camera, by a frame grabber, even a frame grabber from the competition. As long as you can provide a pointer to the memory buffer where the image has been stored, then this image can be processed by OpCo. So to integrate our libraries into the customer application, we provide 64-bit C++ classes, .NET assembly, as well as Python bindings. OpCo support Windows as well as Linux, and it can also operate on ARM platforms, so embedded platforms. So the libraries that will be used in this Amazon case demo is EasyBarcode. So EasyBarcode can detect automatically one or several barcodes in an image, identify automatically what is the symbology. The library is pretty fast. We also support mail barcode, which is more typical, let's say, in US and in Japan. The library not only is able to detect and decode barcode, but also to provide quality indicators about the quality of the marking. So we have grading according to several standards. We have another one which is called the Easy QR Code library. This library automatically detects QR code in the image, one or several QR code. We support different kinds of models, even micro QR code, as you can see here. We have a very high robustness regarding noise, distortion, or even blur images. We have implemented the error detection and correction algorithm, and we also have quality indicators that are related to the usage of Easy QR code. And the last library is Easy Matrix Code. So for 2D matrix code reading, of course, we have the possibility to detect automatically the family of the data matrix code. We have also the computation of quality indicators based on several standards, like the one that I used in the pharmaceutical industry or for direct part marking. Easy matrix code is very robust against noise, blur images, or distortion. We also support GS1 data matrix code. And again, the error detection and correction has been implemented. So as you can see here, the red cells report actually erroneous cells that have been corrected. Actually. And this is it for my presentation.
Thank you, Jean-Marie. And Timo, are you ready?
Yes.
So, hope yes. Then.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'm a little bit of an outliner in today's presentation because essentially I'm not introducing any products, but more like of a concept or brand or however you want to call it. So this is about TKH Vision Solutions. For this reason, okay, the presentation doesn't change. Okay, now. I have structured this presentation slightly different, and I'm going to run over some parts such that we will finish in time. Yeah. So I want to start with something that is, I guess, quite relevant to you. You heard today about TKH Vision Solutions in the morning already. You have heard in the past about the TKH Vision Solution Center, and your customer or interested people on the fair might ask you about that as well. So I want to start with kind of explaining or differentiating what all is about. And then there is a very short notice on the solutions parts that we are showing on the booth. This is part of sports and entertainment segment, but Max will give more details on that tomorrow. So I'm really only mentioning that briefly. And yeah, and the third part, which I'm going to cut short, is a short version, a kind of an elevator pitch about TKH Vision Solutions. And most of you know this elevator pitch. It's a slightly updated version of what we used earlier this year or just before summer in trainings related to TKH Vision Solutions and Solution Center. Therefore, I don't think I need to go in all details. As you will get those presentations, you should be fine reading over it by yourself if needed. So yeah, first part, differentiation, TKH Vision Solution and Solution Center. So it's important to understand that TKH Vision Solutions it's a kind of a TKH Vision brand, which does not link to an individual OpCo. And in a way, it defines a very wide scope of business that goes beyond what you can see on our web pages related to products, yeah, or individual components. So it is kind of an offering that goes beyond components, goes beyond products. And that can be kind of anything, starting from very simple customized components, like for instance, a different housing color, or it can be a software bundle with a component or complex vision systems. And the message that we want to have to the outside world here is that for customers, if they have a vision-related problem or challenge, that they can come and talk to us. And as I said, or as it's written up there, this is really not linked to individual OpCos at all. Yeah, we want to be there for the customer. Yeah, important to understand here is maybe that if we get requests for specific solutions from customers, they can come in through any channel. They can come in through any of you from your customers, or I don't know, whatever. these requests are managed on a group level. So we are currently defining a consortium of different people that will review such kind of solution requests and then decide which part of our OpCo or which OpCo is executing then these requests. Yeah. So the execution typically is on OpCo level. And last year, we started promoting the TKH Vision Solution Center, or specifically one specific solution center, the only one that we currently have, which is in Konstanz. And the solution center as is in Konstanz is kind of a place where we have dedicated resources for solution building. So not only products that we that are under the label of ChromaSense, but also vision systems or vision solutions. We do that as ChromaSense for a very long time. And the solution center in Konstanz is also one place where we can execute vision solution requests if they come in. Yeah. But we do that on behalf of the group, and it can very well be that in the future there are other locations for vision solution centers. There is no limit to that. The important takeaway here is we want to be there for our customers on all let's say complexity scales whenever it comes to vision solutions. Okay, so next part, the booth. It is not really showing a product, therefore the part on the left side will also not have text related only to a product. This booth will essentially, or this part of the booth will essentially demonstrate the solution building competences that we have as TKH. And in a way, it is also a place to talk about TKH Vision Solutions. So there is a specific demo. I think there should be, okay, will be in the next slide. As I said, the panel will have some content related to TKH Vision Solutions. And on the other hand, it will have content related to a specific solution product, if you want to call it like that. But this is nothing that customers can buy. What we are going to show here is a hyper-resolution imaging system that was developed in the past among some of the operating companies of TKH Vision. And it's an example of a real-world vision solution project with a lot of high-tech and so on. There will be more details about that by Max tomorrow when he presents sports and entertainment segmentation segment. Yeah, and what are we going to show on the screen? So as it looks now, we will have a sort of a high-level presentation about TKH Vision Solutions. So nothing related to this demo, but more related to vision solutions on a very high level. Okay, so now let's walk through the TKH Vision Solutions elevator pitch. So the idea here is that whenever customers come to you or people that are interested, you should be, you should survive the first 5 minutes, let's say, explaining the concept, explaining this brand, explaining what is the idea here behind it. And when it gets, let's say, technical or more detailed on that topic, you can you can address the customer, or you can link the customer to, for instance, me. So the elevator pitch presentation starts with who we are. And what we typically explain when we talk about TKH Vision Solution is we start on the group level. So I don't need to go in details here. I'm just telling you how I would pitch that. Telling about TKH Vision Group and then about the different segments of TKH Vision, whereas we are in the Smart Vision segment, and then introducing TKH Vision as a subgroup, with its individual OpCos. After that, we would talk about TKH Vision Solutions, and essentially that this is a machine vision customizing solution partner that has a certain set of competences that are needed in this business, like from project management to all the engineering disciplines and operation disciplines that are needed for building solutions. The next part, what we do is related to kind of the design services, if you want to call it like that, that are involved in designing and developing vision solutions from the start point, from the idea up to the product volume production. There's nothing new for you. We would, or you can introduce the technologies that are offered by the individual OpCos. The idea here is to show that there's a large portfolio of standard products, and that the solution building that we do essentially can make use of all the core technologies that you find within those products. So the idea here is to show that we have competences over this wide range of technologies that are used in the product. And what we learned in the past is that what are kind of the important things for our customers when it comes to solutions are, on the one hand, technological aspects like competences that we have in-house, but on the other hand, it's also all about, let's say, the operational part of doing business with the customers. So we like showing a kind of a life cycle that starts with a project evaluation when a potential customer is approaching us with ideas, and sort of those 5 phases of life cycle and the individual steps that are typically involved in there. So for evaluation, it's understanding customer needs and business case and specification and so on. Typically, then there's feasibility and the whole concept phase for a solution, going to the volume production, and later in the life cycle, also things like redesign or obsolescence management or things like that are more like operational related. So it's very important to talk about those aspects, because typically when a customer comes and he wants to have a specific solution from us, then he's interested in a long-term relationship. It's not about buying a solution, let's say, from us this year and next year going to the next let's say company that offers that, because that's quite costly to do. So this life cycle management should be stressed a lot. There's one slide just giving like high-level views on what can be a solution, and there is essentially countless possibilities, as it says here. So we can start talking about solutions when it comes to even coloring a housing. This is something that is then typically be done by the OpCo itself. There is no specific R&D needed for that. It could be something like combining a camera with a lens and a specific light and mounting that, let's say, all together and calibrating it. Or it could be more complex things like taking multiple cameras, aligning them specifically with the light sources, and maybe doing some image pre-processing that is also specific to the customer's needs. Or like the third example here, it can be like a very, let's say, customized vision module that fits exactly into the machine of the end customer and is tailored in all details to what the end customer needs. So there is no limits to what we can do here, and it's sort of an invitation for customers just to share what they have in mind with us. And I have to disclaim here a little bit. Of course, we look at a very early stage at the business case, and in this specific training about solutions, we addressed in more detail what are kind of requirements to make business here. A very important thing is that it's a recurrent business and not a one-time thingy, and that it has to have a certain volume for us to consider doing something here. Yeah, and maybe a last thing here to add is it happens often that customers approach us with something that they believe is sort of a solution project. In the end, it turns out it's a component business, and it is considered by us as a conventional component business. On the other hand, it might happen to you that a customer asks you for a specific component, and you find out with the customer that actually he needs a little bit more, and you end up with talking, for instance, to us about potential solutions that could fit to the customer's needs. So it can go in different directions. Yeah, and here is kind of the last slide, which is indicating the benefits to the customer when working with us in solution building. And I won't go into the details here. You can have a look at the presentation later. Essentially, the points that are mentioned here are those points typically that we hear from customers why they approach us for these kind of projects. Yeah, due to time constraints, I would offer you to send me questions offline if there is anything unclear, or if you have not been part of the training related to Vision Solutions or Solution Center. Approach me, and we will find a solution to get you all, let's say, onboarded to a level that you can then, yeah, without any, that you can confidently talk about TKH Vision Solutions on the Vision Fair. Thanks.
So I have to say thank you to all the colleagues. And yeah, if there are questions, please let us know. Organizational questions to the Vision team, and questions about the products to the related product manager or colleagues. They had the presentations in here, and so and otherwise I can only say thank you and see you tomorrow again.
Also, thank you from my side, and we will share the presentation with you afterwards.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.